Yes, you did.
That will successfully stabilize him, and as well from the aid, it will restore 2 hit points.
Yay!
So,
Use your
stabilizing,
second win, you piece of shit.
stabilizing. Remind me, I believe it takes you in 5e to a certain number of hit points, correct?
Stabilization? No.
Yeah, when you
So
recover
it
from being
just
knocked down.
stabilizes you.
Prevents
It means
from
you
death.
don't take death saving throws.
Gotcha. So you were at 0. The help gave you 2, so now you have 2 hit points. Congratulations.
I immediately spend.
We're not totally screwed. We're not totally screwed.
We're still
So,
kind of screwed.
Yet.
We're only moderately screwed. We're only moderately screwed.
Roll a d10. I got a 5. I add level 1 to it. I have 6 more hit points.
So you are at 8 hit points currently.
Correct.
Excellent. That means you
You
can
plan.
survive
Stop
a
letting them
round.
you.
Why don't you kill it before it gets to me?
Well, I'm going to utilize battlefield control.
I have no idea. Like,
Maybe don't
there's-
piss it off next time.
What exactly is in an explorer's pack? Like, seriously.
It's
It's
listed
food,
in the
rations,
PHP.
a sleeping bowl, things like that.
Yeah,
Oh.
there is a section that explains what each of the packs do.
That's what I was looking for, but it's not listed in the index, so I was like,
If
God
you
damn
were to
it.
go camping, that's what's in the Explorer's Pack.
It's on
Alright.
page 151.
Well, it's not helpful to me then, because
151.
Explorer's Pack.
yeah.
It's got a backpack, a bedroll, a mess kit, a tinderbox, 10 torches, 10 days of rations, and a water skin. And
Yep.
50 feet of rope.
None of that helps me. Okay.
The fucking rip.
Okay. So Scott is stabilized and is back up to 8 hit points, which isn't bad considering your maximum's, what, around 14 or so?
14.
Yeah. So
I can't-
that's not too bad.
I can't use medicine skill on myself to try and heal up at all, right?
It won't heal you at all unless you have a healer's thing, I think.
Yeah, unless you
But-
have some kind of salve or healing poultice or healer's kit or anything like that, correct. All you can do with it is stabilize others via bandages, etc.
I'd like to go back to camp and buy healing potions.
Negative.
I think it's time to run away.
Okay, so the ogre and a large number of small goblins were just destroyed by a chain lightning cast from one of the wizards in the back, who was seen preparing spells to deal with
Thank
the
you, wizard!
large enemies, which has cleared your way straight up to the rather large goblin and his normal-sized goblin buddy, who are standing in front of the first shaman.
So, sorry, how many are there total? Is the shaman included?
The shaman is not a part of this combat. You are just dealing with the large goblin and the regular-sized goblin.
Oh, okay.
And this is the bodyguard unit for the shaman.
Before anything starts, I don't know what kind of check this would be. I would assume it would be Arcana. To see if the 2 guards are magical in any way, or are they just wearing like swords and stuff?
Roll an Arcana check.
This would have been smart for the wizard to actually take Arcana, but I didn't.
What?
Are you the concept my friend's working on called the
my
Mundane
God.
Wizard?
Wizard.
No. Even though I still got an 18 total.
18 total. You do not discern any type of magic, anything emanating from either of the goblin in front of the shaman. The one is just large, and he just seems a little bit more intimidating than your average
Okay.
goblin.
And no, Scott, the problem is, like, my score was already so high, there's no need to even further specialize with proficiency in it. Like,
Yeah. No big. No, I have a friend
So
who's working
they're
on the
kind
Mundane
of-
Wizard concept. Everything's based on minor illusions and stuff like that, and like not getting off his ass.
So they're
No.
standing about 30 yards in front of the shaman. So there's 150 feet between them and the shaman to obviously deter anyone from taking any kind of actions against it and intercept any attempts to jack with it.
Okay, well, as we're getting ready to go in there, I'm going to wave a hand over myself, and frost is just sort of going to condense on my clothes and armor.
What condensed on your clothes and
Frost.
armor?
Excellent.
That's
And that gives you what benefit?
I'm typing it out to you.
Okay.
it's only bad because I already know what it is because I read this book too much.
Yeah.
Frost armor.
No. Well,
I'm an unintelligent warrior. I know nothing.
Perfect, got it.
But I am so wise.
Okay, so they're standing there. They're not making any movement forward to engage you.
okay. Are we still in initiative order or what?
Yes, but as of right now, combat is technically not initiated because they are not moving at this point.
How far away are they?
From you guys, they're about 25 feet at this point.
25 feet?
Interesting.
Well,
Yes.
I'm lifting my hand up, and I'm going to throw a bunch of purple energy in the big guy's face.
Okay, excellent. Roll.
Screw waiting around.
I'm looking at Gideon, and I'm doing, like, the, oh, shoot, what's that actor's name? Whatever. I'm just looking at him like this.
I thought you were going to say the
16,
Jerry
so
Seinfeld.
that's-
What's the deal with magic missiles? How much is it?
I hit it for a 22.
22 definitely hits.
Anger management, whatever actor that is. He's
My
like this.
freaking D10, there it is. And that's gonna hit for 5
there
damage.
was a fire.
5 damage?
Yeah.
Okay. Willem Dafoe?
Is that him?
It was a firefight is
it-
Willem Dafoe.
Then yeah.
Let me look. Give me a second with the internets.
Okay, now that they've been struck, they've decided that it's a good time to engage the fight, and we will go in initiative order, which means Lashara has first action.
Sorry, really quick. Lashara, what is your character's name again?
Lyriala.
Can you spell that for me?
Yeah.
Leoriala. Thank you.
Radix is taking notes.
He's really good for that.
Robin,
Yes.
What?
what is your name?
Oh, good luck with this one.
Query me.
Hold on.
Okay,
There's
sorry.
there's apostrophes and all sorts of other stuff going on in hers.
All right, nickname. Perfect.
Angry.
Which would be perfect.
Yes. Okay, so again, we are initiating
sorry.
combat. Oh, that's totally fine. And Lashara has first action.
So it's 2 goblins.
Oh, what the fuck
There is a
that?
big goblin and a normal-sized goblin. And the
Drow,
big goblin
that's what
got
it
hit in the
is.
face with purple energy from Endus, and it didn't really seem to do much other than make it come at you guys.
Okay. So I'm going to try and see what I can do with the big goblin.
Okay,
15.
total?
Mhm.
That does not hit.
Okay.
Radix.
Radix. That is apparently me.
Yes, John, a.k.a. Remind me your character's name. Terran?
Terran. Yeah.
Okay.
Terran. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to type. I'm gonna have to make better preparations for next session where I have your guys' names like on a sheet because
There
I
was
keep
a
forgetting.
reason why I just said captain. So what I'm going to do is, foomp, orb, glowy.
Ooh, I can do that.
And then the orb starts super turning gross black.
Hey.
Sorry, I. Dogs.
Now, dog chased the cat up the stairs.
Ah,
Orb turns super gross black, and I kind of launch it out, and it plops underneath the two goblins into I believe it's 10-foot radius, so 20 feet total
Yes.
diameter, into kind of like a grease-like pit.
okay.
And then the orb kind of appears again in front of me, and if someone enters the area or starts its turn there, they fall prone.
They automatically fall prone.
Yep.
Really?
Oh.
Believe so. It's pretty fucking bitchin'.
Yeah, that's a level 1 spell.
Grease. Hold on. I'll read it.
Grease lightning.
I was just about to say that. Good job.
I can't believe there's no save on a level 1 spell like that.
I'm working on it.
Grease lightning.
Oh no, you're right. It's each on its turn. You're right. It's a dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity save. Okay. Good to know.
I'd say, wow.
Oh,
Stealing
and,
overpowered
and it's
one is
it's
sleep.
also difficult terrain.
Difficult terrain. Okay.
And they have anytime they enter or start its turn, it's Dex throw, and
Excellent. Okay. That would make it Endis' turn.
So are they still standing?
They are still standing because they have not started their turn yet. So they have not failed their dexterity saves yet. I
The
assume
big guy's
they
still
will.
up, so I whip my hand down underneath and fire off another bolt at him.
Awesome.
Because I like being a one-trick pony.
Who doesn't?
Hey, you know what? If it
That's
works, don't
20.
change it.
Natural 20, that would be a critical strike.
Nice.
So how the hell do these work in this again?
Double damage.
Oh,
Yeah.
Just roll 2d10.
Yeah, you can't just keep piling it on.
I miss triple crits.
No, no,
I
that
miss-
should never be a thing.
And that's 16 damage.
16
I miss-
damage.
I missed the 4E system where it just maximized damage. It made math
Yeah.
easy.
Well, yeah, it made math easy, but I liked the random element of it. Also, max damage is kind of meh when you have a potential for double damage. Even though you could potentially roll less than max damage,
yeah.
but still, the potential was there. So the purple beam flies out thicker and faster than normal, and strikes clearly in the center of the chest of the large goblin. It staggers it a step, but it growls defiantly and retains its footing. It is its turn to act, and what's the saving throw it has to succeed against? It's your spell DC, correct?
That is correct, and that is a 13.
The boss goes, and hey, it saves.
Hope Scott's happy that I pissed it off roundly that it's going to attack me.
And it's still difficult terrain for it.
Which means it can only move half of its normal speed?
That is correct.
Okay. So, how far behind Scott were you, Endis?
I'm right behind him, so like
So
5
you're...
feet diagonally behind
Okay, so that's 15 feet exactly, so it's going to move the 15 feet, which puts it past Scott's opportunity attack range, because it's not engaging him, it is walking past him. Correct?
I don't think that's how opportunity attacks work in this, is it?
I haven't. If I was going before him, I would have said I ready my action for someone to enter my space, and it's
No,
not
that's
my turn.
that's not an action. It's a reaction, so you can
Right.
use it at any other person's turn, but only once per
Let's
round.
see, 5e opportunity attack. Let's look.
Yeah, I'm just trying to...
So it's a reaction. You could use it now, but I'm not sure if this qualifies as an opportunity.
You can make an opportunity attack when a hostile creature that you can see moves out of your reach.
So is that actually out of his reach?
In and out.
Yeah, that's the
If
problem.
it's moving
because
out of a square... right,
I believe since it's going to be moving directly past his square and into the following square,
that his reach is extended, though.
I know, but I think I'm still going to allow it in this instance because it doesn't make sense that he wouldn't be able to take a pot shot at
Right,
it as
yeah.
it's walking by him. So, yes, opportunity attack.
I attacked twice.
Not with an opportunity attack, I don't think, because you have to take a
No,
bonus
it's-
action hit with the
It's
butt.
just a basic attack.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm guessing it doesn't hit.
It's a 1.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm not going to make you hit somebody else or yourself on an opportunity attack. But
Eh.
you do stumble a bit, and you're definitely out of position now. So
Love this game. Can't wait
that's
to play again.
that's another critical failure we've had twice in the first session. That's always good. So the boss is going to take a swing at Endis.
Good news
and-
is I pissed it off and it's attacking me.
Right.
This one's done for the day.
Yeah, using its scimitar. Ooh, excuse me. It gets to attack twice because it's a goblin boss and it's special like that. So the first attack does a 12 hit you,
No.
and the second attack it has disadvantage, and of course I rolled a 20 on the first one. But I'm going to guess 21 does strike you,
Yeah.
and you take 5 damage.
Okay, and it takes 5 damage.
It takes 5 damage from your magical armor, which it was not aware was a thing, and it falls to the ground unconscious.
Frosty Spike sort of erupt
That was
out
the
of
big
me
one.
as it comes in and hits me.
Right, so it walks
Nice.
in, it takes a swing, and it misses with the first one, and then the second one it swings again, and it hits Endis center of his torso, but reflexively, a wave of frost takes over the blade and its arm, freezing it solid, and it falls over unconscious.
Yay.
And now it is Arlee's turn to act, and all that's left is the little one.
How far away is the little one?
About 10 feet.
Is it in the grease?
It is in the grease.
It still has to start its turn, though.
Yeah, it has not taken its turn yet.
All I'm saying is she has to enter the grease.
If she wants to melee it, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm feeling rather disinclined to do that. Hey, the shaman thing, how far behind him is that?
150 feet.
Oh, okay. He's a good ways away.
Yes, that's intentional.
Okay. Thunderwave!
Again.
Yes. I don't have very many other options.
So
Is
it's
that a
a
cantrip?
it's a
No,
constitution.
she's burning spells on
Yeah.
it.
But I can't, like, there's not much else I can do at this
It's a
point.
constitution save.
Yeah.
It
throw
fails
a
because I
dagger
rolled a
at
2.
I don't have a dagger.
So it takes 8 damage. Yeah.
Let's see. It failed, you said?
Yeah.
Alright. 9. It takes 9 damage and is pushed back 10 feet.
And it's a lightning strike or a thunder blast. Is that the
It's-
concept?
I think it's
It's
thunder
like
damage.
an earthquake, basically, happens underneath of it.
Okay. As the earthquake goes off, the inability to resist the strength of the magic slowly starts to tear away at its essence, and the arms and legs
Thunder
of it
damage.
kind of separate off, and it falls to pieces under the force of the earthquake.
You hear me giggle a little.
So the goblins fall to the ground, dead. Congratulations.
Yay.
As the 2 goblins fall, before you can manage to take another step, the shaman completes the cast it was focusing on, and all 5 of you are paralyzed. There is no save, there's no resisting it, there's nothing you can do, unfortunately. The shaman draws his dagger and slowly stalks up toward you, his eyes bright red as if he's being fueled on pure bloodlust and nothing else. Just as he's about to reach you, a roar sounds in the distance. It's a roar unlike anything any of you have ever heard. It's a primal roar that sounds almost as if the very essence of whatever is roaring is angry. Ogres, giants, goblinkin, everything immediately stops in their tracks and looks around them to see if they can determine the source, as a second roar emanates across the field. Suddenly, the opponent's ranks break, and screams of terror ring across the battlefield, as all of the goblins, ogres, giants, everything take off back toward the hills.
Yay.
As they do, you hear the commander's magically amplified voice again scream, "Pursue!" And immediately all of the ranks of humans give chase, clashing with the back lines, cutting down as many enemies as they can as they chase them off.
I look over at Scott and go,
As the ground begins to shake, another roar sounds, and the mountains behind the goblinkins explode. Out from the mountains fly 5 dragons. Dragons, the size of castles or larger, erupting from the countryside, roars piercing the dawn sky.
Oh,
Are
piece of
dragons
shit.
arcana?
You could know that from nature too, but
Yeah. Good luck determining what type of dragons they are.
Hey.
They're
What
they're
color
ancient.
are they?
They're ancient great worms. You got no chance.
except for
I'm
the
20!
color.
Except for the color,
One's
right?
red, one's blue, one's...
Right.
I got a 20, come on!
They circle around once. I'm actually going to say that because you're paralyzed, you can't do anything with that information anyways. I mean, I'll
Yeah.
query you the answers, but you can't do anything
Okay.
with the information at this point
I'm
anyhow.
just curious, that's all.
Right. I will query you right now.
So did that guy walk through my grease pile or no?
No. No. So
Is
they
the
circle...
grease pile a concentration?
No, actually, that's why it's so amazing.
Yes,
Oh, wow.
it's really broken. So they circle around once and glide in across the battlefield, spraying their breath across anything and everything that will move.
Oh.
No
Oh,
one
wait,
was
you can't
safe.
move. Haha.
No one survived, and you succumb to the darkness.
And good game, everybody.
No, you're each going to get a query from me in just a moment. I'm opening up docs here. So read through these, and just query me back when you're finished. Hang on. I gotta open queries with people I haven't
I don't
queried
have
yet.
permission to view.
Oh, really? Oops. Hang on. Share.
Noob.
Shareable link.
Yeah.
Anyone with the link can view. Done.
Me.
Okay, there's yours fixed, Scott. Okay, I sent Radix his, so share. Shareable link. Anyone can view. Did it work now, Scott?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright.
And Radix, yours worked?
Yep.
Did yours work?
Yep.
Okay.
Every time you do that, all I can think of is the caterpillar from Alice in Wonderland.
What? Oh, when I...
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good call. I was trying to think of what it reminded me of, and that's it. And this is
oh no, it's not the
Arlie's.
Cheshire Cat.
Okay, everybody
it's
got
the
one,
caterpillar.
correct?
Yep.
Okay,
I
let
did
me know
not
if yours
yours.
does not work. And yes, Endis, it was a cutscene triggered.
You're a piece of shit.
This is a great thing out of context.
I love the trailing font at the end. Nice touch.
So yours is... You're done with yours, okay.
Yeah. Are you trying to turn me into a paladin? Because this is how you turn me into a paladin.
Okay, Archer. Okay, Archer.
Okay, that's pretty appropriate.
Mm. Interesting.
So, hey, what's your archetype?
Okay, wait. So, Scott, you're pleased with yours?
Yeah, I like it.
Radix?
It'll be interesting, that's for sure.
Endis?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Arlie, are you still reading?
I'm still reading.
Okay.
I read slow.
It's okay. I'm just making sure that, you know, I'm not sitting here for no reason. Like it? Huh?
Hmm.
Was that a not your daddy's root beer?
Not your
Earlier?
father's for beer. That's what I asked her in IRC chat. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm drinking Monster, so nah.
Well, it was either that or Guinness, and I was like, I feel like root beer.
I'm drinking a Vienna lager.
Nice.
I'm drinking water, go me.
That's what I
Never-
usually drink.
Never mind.
Mm.
Okay, I'm done.
Okay. Are you pleased?
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Lashar, are you pleased?
I am so very pleased.
Aw.
And with the reading material that you just finished?
Yeah, yeah. So, to all of the viewers, which is probably going to be like 4 people who watch this, what just happened is each of the players received a unique to them dream experience that nobody else knows what the contents were. So you all awaken at the same time to the sound of a child calling out to you. Hello? What are you weirdos doing out here asleep? Before you can manage to stand, a human child of maybe 9 walks up in front of you all and is looking at you like you're the strangest group of people that he's ever come across. The surrounding terrain is all very familiar to you, but instead of what should be destroyed earth, dead bodies, the chaos of battle, there's a verdant, thriving forest.
I stumble up and throw the girl?
You throw
Boy.
them?
Boy.
What?
No, hold on. Like, strongly move, manipulate.
So
Push
you
out of the way.
Shove?
so you roughly grab and touch inappropriately the 9-year-old boy.
Around the shoulders, I checked.
Is this how you want to be a paladin? Because this is how you be a paladin.
This is how you be a member of the church. Okay, so you got it. You kind of push him over out of your way because he's a child and you're a grown-ass man.
Yes, and I move him behind me and say, "What are you doing out here? Trying to figure out what the hell's going on."
While he's doing that, I'm like, ooh, soft grass. Nice.
I'm out here playing like I do every day, pretending that I'm Robin Hood. What are you doing, weirdo?
What's a Robin Hood?
You don't know who Robin Hood is? Ugh.
No.
I don't have the time to explain it to you. Why are you here, weirdo?
You're the one talking about some crazy Robin Hood.
He's staring at Scott up like this, obviously, up at him.
I'm still laying on the grass like, ah.
I told you why I'm here. Why are you here?
I drop the weapon behind me and sit down and stare him. I guess we're close to eye here.
Yeah, if you're sitting, yes.
Yeah. How often do you come out here to play?
Every day.
You were here yesterday.
Yeah.
And we weren't here.
Of course not. Why would you be here yesterday? I
don't
just
know.
said you were here sleeping, weirdos.
Fair.
I'll kind of glance my head up. It's like, do your parents teach you to talk ill to your elders?
When they're weirdos sleeping in my woods, yes.
Hey.
Your woods.
Hey.
Yes, my woods. My family owns this.
Child, what's your name?
Where
What's
are
your
we?
name?
Enzo.
Hey, kid, where are we?
Where are you? You're in my woods.
Which is where?
How dumb are you? You're asleep here. We're outside of Medalla, which is where I live and my parents live, and we own these woods because my father is the king.
What's the date?
And your name, child? I'm Enzo.
Kid,
Enzo?
what's the date?
What's the date? It's 7:76 a.m. and it's October 4th.
Did you just say 776?
Yes, that is what 776 is. Very good.
My eye starts twitching.
And my name is Prince Eddard.
I get up from my, thing and pull my pipe out, stuff it and just... We needed to talk to your father.
Why should you talk to my
Immediately.
father?
Because if you're a prince, he's the king.
What? Okay.
Boy,
Why
we
do
have
you
a
just go on?
Boy, we have a story.
You have a
that
story.
Will not make sense to you or anyone. We would like to speak.
Well, before you can speak to my father, you have to speak to my uncle.
Fine.
Who is your uncle?
He's the captain
Take
of
us
the
to
King's
your
Guard.
uncle. Let's
Oh,
go.
good. I think Enzo and I will like him a bit more.
Okay, I mean, I guess we're like 2 hours from the town. Like,
Your parents let you play 2 hours from town? What kind of parents are these?
Don't quit. Just
The
stop.
king.
Let's just go. Let's go. It'll be okay. Let's just walk. We'll go for a stroll in the nature, in the woods, in the forest, and it'll be okay.
And besides, my father does not know I'm here.
Oh, so he doesn't let you.
Of course not. What kind of a child would I be if I only did what my father let me do?
All right.
You'd be a
Enough.
good boy.
Let's go.
And
Go.
you guys were a decent stroll outside of the town. You were on the outskirts of the kingdom, so I would say you were probably an hour to an hour and a half outside. But the terrain differences with it being a forest now could accommodate for the difference. Essentially, you are exactly where you fell in battle.
I got the
Exact
impression it
position.
was suddenly much further, or the town had moved over the last century. Or
No,
so.
you guys are exactly where you are. It's just a longer travel because instead of being an open valley almost, now it's a thriving forest. So it's a little bit more difficult to navigate for normal people. Yes, it is just you five and the child. Okay, so obviously it is now 100 years later, and you guys are strolling...
99.
99?
Yeah.
What did I say initially? 677?
677.
Then it's 777. Sorry, it's supposed to be
Oh.
exactly 100 years.
Okay.
I may have typoed then on my sheet.
I wrote down 676 originally, so I don't know what's wrong with you.
Oh. Well, see, let me scroll up and see what I said in my intro then, because now I'm curious. My intro says 676, the last dragon sighting was 677 years ago.
Ah.
So there you go. So it is 676 to 776, if we're being historically accurate.
My favorite year.
Yes. So as you're strolling to the town, do you take it upon yourselves to tell anything to the child? Anything like that? Or are you holding all of your information until you speak to a proper adult?
Hold on.
Is he still being a snot about it?
Well, of course he's being a snot. He's the crown
He's
prince.
a prince. What do you think?
He's not just a prince. He's the crown prince. He's the heir apparent to the
Is he
throne.
wearing a crown?
No.
Oh.
Why would
he's
he-
not really a crown.
Why would
prince.
he wear a crown? You said that like a child. He's like, no.
I don't want to
No.
wear my crown. The crown's ugly and it's heavy.
If you're a crown
And-
prince, you should be wearing a crown.
I was pretending to be Robin Hood. Robin Hood wouldn't wear a crown.
All right,
was-
so who is this Robin Hood? Tell me about Robin.
Do you guys want to tell her who Robin Hood is? Or do
That's
you want to
actually
leave
good.
her completely in the dark?
That's
Because
a
the
good
prince is
question.
not about to tell him.
Do we know the Robin Hood story?
Yes,
This
the
sounds
Robin Hood
stupid.
story is ages old. It's
thank you.
the same as it is to us now. It is in that world. So yes, it is a well-known, and it's the same as it is here. It's simply a tale about the morals of taking from the rich and giving to the poor.
Fair enough.
All of a sudden, the child stops walking in his tracks, shivers a little, and kind of shakes his head looking around and continues walking.
Cold.
Boy, what did you
It's
see?
it's not cold. I didn't see anything. Nothing to worry about.
Liar.
Hold on.
No, I don't say that though.
All right, I look around and I'm attempting to perceive what he was looking at. Do I roll?
Yeah, roll a perception check.
All right. 16 total.
There's nothing outside of it being a forest.
Can I do an insight check towards the child to see? She's like, no, nothing. See if he's lying.
Of course.
Oh, that's actually pretty good. 26.
It's blatantly obvious that he is bold-faced lying. Because he's 9 and he's not a very good liar.
Boy, what did you see? You're not a very
Come
good
here,
liar.
boy.
I didn't see anything.
What did you hear? What's bothering you? You're not a good liar.
Well, I heard a voice, but I'm going to be nicer now. It will be okay.
I see. Hmm. Okay.
As we're walking along, if we go past any flowers that aren't blooming or whatever, they start blooming as I go by. Because that makes me feel better.
Okay. Anything else of import you want to bring up on this walk, or are we good with expediting us into the entrance of the castle now?
I have one
Please.
question.
Sure.
Looking at the child, are you assigned guards when you stroll around town?
Yeah, but I'm really good at losing them.
Your warriors, are they competent or are they untested?
Of course they're competent. They're the king's guard.
Well, competent is only as good as times of war. So if they don't fight, then how good can they be?
Well,
But if
we've-
they've never really had fighting, they wouldn't know how bad they are because they wouldn't have ever been tested.
I mean, we've had 50,
Just saying.
at least 50 years of peace. So there's been very few fighting actual conflicts. But
What
our guards are very stringently trained. We hired in experts from the Elvish military to train them.
What happened 50 years ago?
Well, 50 years ago was the last time that we had to fight any goblins or gnolls that my dad told me about.
Well, that's fair. Does he tell you that story often, or do you remember it?
No, it's not important. I'm 9. It's been peaceful ever since I've been alive. I don't care what happened 50 years ago.
That's
What?
not a lot of people care about what happened 50 years ago, to be honest.
What? What is wrong with you people?
What?
50 years ago was like yesterday.
Actually, it was 100 years ago. Was yesterday. but-
Technically, I think from our perspective, 50 years ago was 50 years from now.
No.
If you carry the 2, there's a lot of wibbly wobbly timey wimey things in the middle, but yeah, somehow something like that. Yeah.
And then-
Actually, in character, I point the halberd at. Hold on one second. I'm trying to get good at names here. I'm sorry, Robin. What's the name?
It doesn't matter.
Are we just gonna drop the character names?
No, we're gonna try to use them. I imagine over time it'll get more and more comfortable.
Yeah.
It's
Are
Angrala.
Angry Allah? Like
Yeah.
Angry Allah?
Well, not quite. Angrala.
Angrala, okay. So Angrala, I'm actually pointing the halberd at you, but I'm not threatening with my eyes. Like, it's a very
Just with the halberd.
dominating move here. We don't know where we are. We don't know what has happened. I don't even know what happened 50 years
He
ago.
told us where we are.
Great. Explain to me how this is exactly our home.
It's not exactly. Didn't you hear the date he gave us?
I heard damn well what date it was. It doesn't make any damn sense.
Well, no, but like clearly we've gone in the future somehow.
You can literally see the boy's face doing this between the two of you as you're having this conversation.
What? I
Well, you're human, aren't you?
What?
Like I literally say that.
To him?
This is my reaction.
Yes. Like it's just occurred to me you're human.
And I'll kind of pipe in and say, she doesn't realize that you die before she reaches adulthood.
No, I remember now. I read something about that at some point. So, like, 100 years for you is a big deal.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
could say that, yes.
I walk up to you and just, like, pet you on the shoulder. Like,
I brush her off. I turn to the boy immediately and say, "Do you know anything about the Fastos family line?"
Weren't you guys, like, military people or something? And didn't, like, the last... Wait. That family line ended 100 years ago.
Staff dropped.
uh-oh.
Or staff, sorry, halberd dropped.
You couldn't... What do you mean?
This is why we need to see your family right now.
Well, we're on the way. I can't walk faster.
Well, try.
I have short legs. I'm sorry.
What's your land speed?
Or, like, we could pick him up and, like, carry him and he can point us the way. And we
I'd
can
also
run.
like to point out that if someone declared it, someone in the party has the capability of making people move quickly in the forest as if they were unencumbered.
Ranger! Oh, I'm sorry.
And, Arlie, what's your background?
Forrester?
You can as well.
I do?
I believe that is a background trait.
Definitely not for me.
Okay, so while my family doesn't exist anymore, and this little snot doesn't seem to know anything about me, and my home has been completely upheaved, and all the elves think it's totally cool, I'm gonna get a new drink.
No, I get it. I understand it's a big deal now. I just didn't understand it at first.
This is all. I love this. All right, I'll be right back.
To be fair, your family line didn't end; it just jumped forward a bit.